I decided to come and obviously I'm sunburned, as you guys can see, so I needed to come back here and cool off. People, it was a hot day. It was a very, very, very hot day out there. We're gonna go, look at that. Like I'm still sunburned from Virginia. And as you can see, I'm even more sunburned now. And of course my nose is probably gonna peel without a doubt. Look at that, that's from my glasses. They go all the way down here. So now only this is tan. I hope everybody is doing really, really, really well today. Let me move around. Actually, yeah, I gotta be careful because Pam's in the shower and I don't wanna bother her too much. I gotta find my cords and my. I hope everybody's having a great day today. I'm waiting for a few people to get in the chat. Obviously, I sound like Katie Proudfoot, obviously. I hope everybody's doing well. I just need to get a charge going here because my phone is already, I didn't realize how low it was, but it is pretty low. So give me a second, let me just get a battery. I hope everybody's doing well. Okay, here we go. Oh, here we are. Hello, people. Hello. I hope you guys are doing well. I had to come here and shower. There's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It was extremely hot. Here in Miami, it's a feel like 105. I slept out there. We were the first in line. We got there, and it was just extremely hot. And when we got into the venue, there wasn't a whole lot of tents or anything for us to go, once we got our seats, to go and get shade and just kind of cool off. I mean, we were in that for quite some time. I mean, we were there for 24 hours, So, as always, the Trump team always takes care of the front row Joes, and this was no different. They took well care of us. We got into the venue. We were the front of the line. We had to stay the night because once they put us in there, we can't leave. That was the rule. Otherwise we have to wait for general admin to get there. So we have choices to make, and those are the choices. So we decided to stay and get locked in, so we could be in the front of the line. So I slept on cement last night, but I had a nice little bed. I had a little throw, and I had a little towel that I rolled up and put under my head. The only thing is that we had a little bit of mosquitoes, but we sprayed ourselves down. It still kind of sucked a little bit, but either way, at the end of the day, we made it, and we'll probably be back for Trump. But it's just extremely hot out there. So once we got our seats, we decided to leave. And I hope everybody's doing well. So, I've been reading, and I haven't been able to go live because when you're in those things, there's so many people around you. Even if I went live, you guys would not be able to hear me. And it's about Sebastian Rogers, and there was I don't have my other, yes I do. I have that phone with me. And we have a remains that popped up. I don't know if those have been resolved, but this morning whenever I was looking at the phone and everything like that, I realized that there was more remains found. And I can't remember exactly. If you guys give me a second. I know a lot of people wrote me about it. And I have no new information one way or another. This morning I did reach out to the spokesperson for Seth Rogers, Tony Mathis, and they had not heard anything as of this morning. I haven't had an opportunity to speak with Mr. Mathis throughout today. Well, I did speak to him, but it was more in line of, how everything was going out where I was, because it's obviously very, very hot. I wish I could read your guys's messages here, but it's hard because I lost my glasses walking to, and I don't know where my other ones are. Let me just see if I got, and I have sunglasses, but I can't seem to find my sunglasses. So I can't read the chat. I can't read the chat right now because I don't have my sunglasses and I don't have any glasses. My favorite red pair of glasses that I always wear, I ended up losing walking out there, so I just got to order some more glasses because I like those red pair. Those were by far my favorite pair. But they were also getting worn up, and when putting them on top of my head, it stretches out the frames. So if anybody has any information about that case, please, please, please let me know. Oh, good, you're dressed. I'll be here because I'm going live. How was it? It's hot. Hot. So we're gonna go grab some. Obviously, I had to cool off. So we're gonna go grab something to eat. I wanted you guys to just to chat with you a little bit since I haven't been on. Hey group, I don't know about you, but Betty looks so tired. I am. It's not really tired. It's I guess a little bit because the sun really pulls it out of you. But I gotta tell you, there was like we were just drinking water. We had like rags on our head. We were drinking water. We were rubbing ice on ourselves. I mean, we were trying to keep ourselves cool and cool down. It was just it's extremely hot here. I don't think we've experienced extreme cold and we've experienced extreme hot. But today's hot was a hot that, honestly, I don't ever remember being in. And it was extremely hot. I don't know if you guys were watching or not, but there was a few people that were falling out. We weren't well, I guess one of our people got overheated and she ended up leaving. And she was one of the gals that we were some of the first people here. So it was just 4 of us at first. And she was, it doesn't matter. They don't care. They don't care. They're used to hearing a bunch of stuff. They're used to hearing a bunch of stuff. No, hey guys, it's nice to see you. Thank you for being here. I wanted to talk about Sebastian Rogers and all the emails that I've been getting while I had an opportunity since I haven't gone live at all today. But I don't have my glasses and I can't read crap. I can't even read chat. I can try to. Too hot out there. Not for me. Be careful. Oh, it was blatant. I mean, look at my poor little nose. Which I mean, you gotta expect to get sunburned, even with preparation. But we hydrated so much. I mean, we drank a lot of water before this rally, and we drank a lot of water during this rally. And it was our bodies were just sweating it out as much as we were putting it in. It was hot. It was hot. Be as nosy as you'd like. We hear Delilah speaking with her all the time. Yeah. They said you can be as nosy as you'd like. Oh, did you guys see Delilah? She is so happy. That's what makes me happy. It's been hard for me being away from her. I gotta be honest with you. I probably drove Pam nuts because I'm like, I am having separation anxiety. And so my best friend, I didn't get a chance to call my best friend this morning because again, it was really noisy. That's why I didn't go live from inside the line, I know you guys didn't really want to see the line and you guys want to talk about true crime and I just didn't have time to do that with everybody in the line. People would probably look at me like, what the hell is this lady doing? But any opportunity that we get a chance to speak about Sebastian Rogers, we will. I'm really exhausted, I gotta say. We love and so. Oh, thank you, Renee. It's so sweet. Thank you. The remains, it reads, were found in Nashville, Tennessee, an old Nashville dirt road on Monday. No other. So they still haven't provided any other additional information than that. Thank you, Debbie, by the way. I was watching the line on our. Oh, did you? Yeah, I got a chance to speak. Which they usually, when they're there and they go through the line, they always look for the front row Joes. Hey, Picky, it's nice to see you guys. I'm so worried this case is going to be cold. You know what, Picky? It very well maybe. I don't know. Because, how are you gonna, I don't even want to talk about this, about law enforcement with this case. I really don't. Because they should have followed the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children and the FBI. And they recommend the DNA. Is it written in a state statute? No, but do law enforcement really need these things put in a state statute mandating them? Because if that's what they need is a mandate, then Tennessee needs to step up to the plate and give them a mandate. Just saying. If law enforcement can't figure out when a child goes missing, sometimes children going missing and their parents giving them a story like they walked out the door, sometimes doesn't always both. And in this case with Sebastian Rogers, his parents told him he was walking out the door, or he walked out the door. And then when you asked her, how do you know that he walked out the door? Well, it's the only place he could have gone because it's the only one with the keypad on it. Okay, so now what do you do next? You look at the footage. You look at the neighbor's footage to see if Sebastian walked out the door. And the weird part is, it doesn't even appear that front door opened. So if that front door was not opened and you don't see a shadowy figure coming out the front door, then where the heck did he leave the house from? He clearly didn't leave the house from the front door. And you know what? Katie and Chris have never said that to the public. They said, oh, well, you know, they didn't pick him up. We don't know why he wasn't picked up on camera, right? We don't know why he wasn't picked up on camera. Maybe because he didn't walk out the house. Maybe that's why he didn't get picked up on anybody's camera. I don't know. I think, and people keep saying that they think that Chris and Katie need to be interviewed separately. At this point, I'd have to think that would, if I find out that they haven't interviewed them separately 5 months later, which I don't believe to be true. I honestly believe that they have both been interviewed multiple times, and I honestly don't believe that they were together when they were interviewed. They don't typically do that. You know, usually initially, you know, when they're talking to you, yeah, you've got your significant other there, you know what I'm saying? But then there's a point when they realize, you know, they obviously knew that this case wasn't as it seemed within 72 hours. You have to always remember that within 72 hours, they knew that this was not right. Something was not right. So much so that they brought the DA out there for counsel, you know, to counsel them. So usually when the DA comes out, it's usually to talk to them specifically about evidence gathering and what evidence that they need, and go out there and look at that and give them like guidance. So they were getting the DA to come out there for guidance. That's never a good sign in a missing person case. When have you ever seen the DA come out for a missing person? The only time you see that is when there is a criminal investigation, and usually that child they presume is not here. And that's exactly what happened in this case. So they knew that within 72 hours. And they still proceeded forward for another 5 days. And then by the 8th day, they canceled the searches, they started scaling back the searches, they started doing different maneuvers. But one thing that's always caught our attention is the lack of forensic evidence collection techniques. We're 5 months into a missing person case that's highly suspicious. We can beat this dead horse, but at this point, you know, I'm sick of talking about the fact that they haven't done forensics. Now we need to start talking about activity to find out why and demand them to start collecting, because they do have probable cause, hands down. They can't argue about that. If they haven't done that, we need to start asking why they haven't done it, because they can go to any court right now and get a court order to go into that house. So why wouldn't they? These are questions we need to be asking. Did you guys go see the newest Nick Barris post on Facebook? If you guys have seen the newest one, you need to go find my comment, because I don't understand why he hasn't asked about the forensics, and it doesn't seem like that's even in his vocabulary right now. And so maybe you know, more people going there and asking Nick about the forensics, maybe it'll prompt him to ask law enforcement about the forensics so we can get clarification once and for all. Hey guys, it's nice to see you. I'm trying to keep it down if I hear Pam on the phone. You guys know my hearing's not good, so I always speak so loud. I think she's back in Arizona already. Who? Tracy. What gets me, Faith has to live Katie and Chris. Oh, is she back already? That would be amazing, because a lot of people kept saying that they think it was because Chris and Katie got Faith, and then as soon as Faith went home, Sebastian would magically be found. So I'm interested in finding out whether Faith is home. because I'm waiting for those, the lucky charms, you know, the lucky charms, right? Magically delicious, right? So I'm waiting for the lucky charms of this case. Where's Sebastian? If she's gone back home, all the people that believe that Chris and Katie just simply tucked him away somewhere. Oh. That reminds me, folks. It does remind me. Bear with me here, okay? Bear with me here because I'm blind as crap. I'm blind as crap. I don't think it's this one. Okay, hold on. Is this not? Oh, hold on a second. I know what's the problem. I haven't logged into Wi-Fi. I'm so sorry. And so my email hasn't catched up, and these are from new stuff that I've looked at. There we go. Let's go back to here. There we go. Okay. Let me go to my star stuff. Shoe project. We're going to get into the shoe project. Here it is. The remains being found. I think we know about it. We heard about the remains being found. Potentially do. And that is somebody had approached me about a shoe project. You know, about since they won't put or keep the signs up that we post in Tennessee, that maybe we should start taking some shoes and in Sebastian's honor, throw these shoes up on the power lines. And so I was thinking about that, and I remember back in the day when I heard about the shoes on the power line, it meant something else, but you know what? You can make it anything you want it to make, to advocate, right? So I'm thinking maybe instead of just throwing shoes up there, maybe painting them green. But I think that we need to do something for avocation for Sebastian Rogers, since the community nor his mom and stepfather really want him found or want to post any flyers. And I know that sounds a little harsh for the community, but you know what? The community seems to feel like their privacy and peace of mind is more important than finding a 15-year-old child, and I find that kind of a little disturbing, quite frankly. You know, we all want our own peace of mind, but when you got a child going through, you know, that's disappeared from your community, and you don't want to be bothered by it, that's what it seems like. These people, they just don't want to be bothered by it. They want their peace of mind, right? They would rather not post signs in their yard for peace of mind. And that to me is very bothersome. So I've lost a lot of respect for the residents in that community. And, you know, hopefully that changes. I mean, I kind of understand their position, but I don't. Because if this was my community, if this was my neighborhood and a child went missing, there is nothing that would stop me from advocating for him. Not a whole bunch of people coming through the neighborhood, not news being there, not national news being there, not TikTokers being there. It would not, when it comes to a child missing, I can't believe people would think of themselves. And it seems to me like that's all they did, that community. They thought of themselves.
Oh, that was exciting.
I hope their children never go missing. Because you know what? I bet you if their child went missing, they would have ribbons or bows or signs in the community. I bet you if it was their child, that's what they would do. I bet you if it's their child, they would be very upset if their neighbors didn't want to post signs of their child. But again, you know, I don't know how to express that. A neighbor could donate a big tall tree, shoe tree. Oh, that's cute. That would be something. That would be something. I don't know how the heck I keep getting these little. Like I got a little stab here. I don't know where it came from. Yeah, thank you guys. I think what we're gonna do right now, it's already 4:13. I think we're gonna go and get something to eat, get a bite to eat, so we can watch the Trump rally, you know. And I know that some people like him, don't like him. You know, this is not the time or the place for that, but I am a supporter of him, and Nobody has to agree with me, you know, but nobody's putting a vote in the right box for me either, right? You can make your vote and make your decision for you on your election day, but this is my channel and this is who I am, so, you know, it is what it is. But we were out there. We worked very hard for what we've accomplished in this movement, and it was just a lot. It was very hot out there today. You guys have never seen me sitting in a hotel when people are rallying.
Hey, what's
It was
up?
hot. It was hot.
Hey, what's up?
I got in the shower and I turned the water on cold, and by the time it hit my head and went down my back, it was hot. I had to cool my body off. My body was extremely hot. So, but I'm starving now. I was getting nauseous and I was getting a headache, and we realized what was going on. So we just couldn't keep enough water in us. You know, we do this all the time, and we stay hydrated. And we just couldn't stay hydrated out there. No matter how much water we put into
Why are you
us.
calling me?
Who? Is that Mike? Tell him he's got my cord. I loaned my charger cord to a friend and I forgot to grab it. But anyways, I don't know where we're gonna go eat, but I need to get some food in me. I haven't really eaten. I had a little bit of a breakfast sandwich this morning, but it was only a half a sandwich that I ate. I had the whole sandwich, but to be honest with you, it was so hot out there. It was it's hard to eat when you're that hot, you know. And I was just dousing. I mean, we were pouring water over our head, everything. It was hot. It was very, very, very hot. So hopefully we'll have a little bit better luck this evening. Once I'll probably go live again around 8 or 9 o'clock tonight. So maybe a little after 9. I think Trump's going to be on stage until 9, and then after all that's said and done, maybe I'll do a live at 10 or something, just to kind of. I'll have some time to research all of this stuff, and that's where we're at. So I'm exhausted. Seth here. Hey Seth. I'm sunburnt. I am completely. That's me. It was hot. It was very, very hot. I hope you're doing well. As a matter of fact, Seth, I'll give you a call here in just a little bit, but I'm going to close out because, to be honest with you, my head is just spinning, and I need to get acclimated with what's going on here recently, because a lot of people have been sending me a bunch of news articles, and it's very vague, and there's no real information there. So I'm sure you know that as well. And I'm not going to hassle you with the details because I know it's got to be bothersome for you. So, hey guys, it's nice to see you. Yep, there you go. There you go. I got to go get something to you guys. So I'll be back. This is not going to be my last slide, but I'll be back here in a little bit. I love you guys. Have a great day. We'll see you soon. Give me a couple hours at least, and then we'll have an intelligent conversation about some upcoming stuff, because there's some information that we still need to discuss. We need to still do some advocacy. Oh, I remember what it was. It's about Sebastian. I remember what I was about to say, and I got lost. So you guys know we've been doing the project of calling the programs, like the in-house autistic programs, and we found out, and it's kind of a little upsetting, but we found out, and I can't remember who it was, that's why I was trying to find it. I'll find the email, and if the person gives me permission to use their name, I'll definitely call them out, because they did a good job. And they called around to the autistic centers, and I think they were in the state of Florida, but they said it was all over because of the parental abductions. These autistic centers require both parents' signatures. So the idea that, and this is across the board, this is obviously a mandate for these type of facilities to run. They have to get permission from both the parents, especially if they are separated or divorced. And so they would not be able, there's no way somebody would know if Sebastian is in one of those facilities, because you're talking about a lot of medical forms that need to be filled out with their social security number, their date of birth, all of this stuff. Again, this is not good news for us. But it doesn't appear like he would be able to be accepted into any type of program like that without Seth. And Seth didn't sign anything. So there is that. I'll keep working on that for right now, but somebody did do the work. I just don't know who to thank. Maybe I just found it. Hold on. Here it is. I did find it. And let me see who this is. I can't read who wrote this. So it says, okay, my friend, today I feel, okay, I'll get over here to this one here. Now, interesting enough, the multiple places I called, information I got was generally the same. By law, a child under the age of 18 or over the age of 18 and has a durable power of attorney cannot be admitted without both biological parents signing off unless there is a court document proving that one of the bio parents are not involved in that child's life. And absolutely at any time you may share, okay, got it. And if there's anything, she goes into that. So that's the information sheet. By law, any child under the age of 18 or over the age of 18 with a durable power of attorney cannot be admitted without both biological parents signing off unless there is court documentation proving that the child had an absent parent. So again, this is not the news that we are hoping for. This is not the news that we wanted. But I'm glad we got some kind of confirmation so we can start moving now maybe to the churches, to the other types of communities. But a lot of people believe that Sebastian is just going to turn up after Faith goes back. So we're going to be wanting to monitor, verify whether or not Faith has gone back to her mom. And if so, are we going to hear from Sebastian? And if not, now it's time to start thinking about that. So I'm out of here, guys. I'll be back here in a little bit. I love you. God bless.